Everyone, welcome back to our open session for our May 20th, 2021 board meeting. I'm calling this meeting to order at 6:05 p.m. At approximately 8:30 p.m., the Board of Education will determine which of the remaining agenda items can be considered and acted upon prior to 9 p.m. and may continue all other items on which additional time is required until a future meeting. All meetings are scheduled to end no later than 9 p.m. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As authorized by Governor Newsom's Executive Order N-2920 dated March 17, 2020, the Alvord Unified School District will conduct all meetings of the Governing Board via teleconference until further notice. The meetings will be conducted via Zoom. Spanish simultaneous interpretation is available via the Zoom platform. All meetings may also be viewed live on our district YouTube channel on the day of the meeting and are recorded to be viewed subsequently after the meeting. Pursuant to Executive Order N-2920, the Governing Board will take public comment. All public comments must be submitted in writing in advance of the meeting. Please submit your written public comments to superintendent@alvordschools.org no later than 9 a.m. on May 20, 2021. During the Governing Board meeting, written public comments received in a timely manner will be read for the Governing Board. Pursuant to Board Bylaw 9323, public comment period will be limited to 20 minutes. Duplicate public comments will not be read during the meeting. However, all written public comments will be provided to the Governing Board in advance of the meeting. Dr. Mussolini, at this time, do we have any public comments?
We do not, Madam President.
All right, then. In that case, we will go on to our special recognitions from Stoko Elementary. So I will pass it on to our principal, Francine. I don't see her. There's so many people on here.
I know. I'm here. Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I am going to share my screen. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry, let me just move. No, I went too far. Trying to make sure I could see everybody. All right, well, we are so excited tonight to be here to celebrate some of our amazing Stoko people. And I'm thrilled because we have so many amazing people here, and it is really our day to shine, and we are so proud of that. So our first recognition is for our Student of the Month, Matalabe. So cheer for him. So excited. So Stoko Elementary is proud to recognize Matalabe as the Alvord Unified School District Student of the Month for May 2021. Matalabe has been a Stoko Star Pilot since kindergarten and is currently in 5th grade. As early as kindergarten, his teachers noted his dedication to learning, his huge heart, and his sense of compassion. Matalabe is conscientious and loves learning. He has a solution-oriented mindset and demonstrates curiosity and passion when investigating topics. His current teacher noted that he is one of the hardest working students she has ever known. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, Matalabe gave 100%. He demonstrates a level of responsibility that is incomparable. He not only completed every single assignment this year, but turned every assignment in on time, which is a huge accomplishment during distance learning. He has achieved or exceeded grade level standards every single year and has received numerous awards at Stoko Elementary. In addition to excelling in academics, Matalabe is a student leader. Every person who knows him comments on his thoughtfulness and his kindness. He is insightful, caring, empathetic, and compassionate. As a leader, he has a strong voice and advocates for himself and others by standing up for what he believes in. Matalabe truly cares about others and goes out of his way to help students or staff in need. He has a great sense of humor and a big laugh. Matalabe has made a positive impact on so many members of our Stoko community. We are proud to call him a star pilot, and his presence will surely be missed on our campus next year. Matalabe will leave his mark wherever he goes, and we know he has an amazing future ahead of him. We know he can accomplish and succeed whatever he sets his sights on. So it is with great pleasure to honor Matalabe Sal as the Alvord Unified School District Student of the Month for May 2021.
Yay. Is he here tonight? I'm not sure if I saw him.
I am not sure if I saw him either. Matalabe or Ms. Akua, if you're here, will you unmute?
Well, even if he watches this later, I just want to say congratulations on being Student of the Month. You're doing a wonderful job, not just as a student, but as a person overall. And you have all the characteristics of a leader. So I know for a fact that you're going to have a bright future ahead. So keep doing what you're doing. And the board, we are so proud of you. So congrats again.
All right, our next recognition is our amazing teacher, certificate employee of the month, Erica Ferris. So Erica is currently a third grade teacher at Stoko Elementary who's supporting our virtual academy this year. She is truly a one-of-a-kind teacher who has impacted the lives of hundreds of students. Erica is a gentle soul with the kindest heart. She builds positive relationships with everyone she meets and goes out of her way to make people feel special and valued. Erica shows empathy and compassion when interacting with students, staff, and parents. She notices when students have a need for a little extra love and kindness, and often breaks down barriers with students that other people have struggled to do so. Erica quickly establishes a positive rapport with her students and effectively creates an inclusive classroom climate where students can thrive. She's knowledgeable and her classroom is academically rigorous. Erica has high expectations for learning and sets goals for students with scaffolds to support their success. She takes time to get to know every single student on a personal level. Her passion is evident and her students genuinely feel her love for them. As a result, her students are actively engaged and highly motivated to succeed because they know she believes in them. In addition, Erica is a teacher leader and highly respected by her peers. She assumed the role of grade level lead this year for a team that expanded to 8 teachers and included teachers new to the grade level and new to the site. Erica led her team with enthusiasm and positive energy. She's a role model, an example, and an inspiration. Erica takes time to find, create, and share resources with others. She's humble and unassuming in her connections, which make her approachable and easy to talk to. Erica is uplifting and encouraging to anyone who crosses her path. She's truly a shining star as a colleague, a teacher, and a friend. Erica makes Stoko great and positively influences everyone she meets. So it is with great pleasure that we honor Erica Ferris as the Alvord Unified School District Certificated Employee of the Month for May.
Congratulations, Erica. Is she here? I'm not sure either.
Is not, unfortunately, her daughter's graduating this year and she had an event tonight as well, so she was unable to join us in person.
Well, congrats to her daughter. Not everyone can do what Ms. Ferris can do. It takes passion that she has to help our students and then some. So the board appreciates everything that she does and all the work that she's done. So congrats on being Certificated Employee of the Month.
All right, our next recognition, we'd like to recognize Melissa Alcantar as our Classified Employee of the Month. Melissa is a bilingual clerk at Stoko Elementary, and she's typically the first contact anyone has with our school. Her presence is a blessing, and we could not ask for a better person to represent our school or to welcome our community. Melissa greets everyone with a smile and goes above and beyond to help our families, our students, and our teachers. She's warm and inviting to everyone she meets. School offices can be unpredictable and chaotic, but if you listen or watch Melissa in action, you would never know it. She has an uncanny ability to exude peace and serenity at all times. Melissa always wears a bright smile and remains calm, cool, and collective, even when she's on the receiving end of concerns or frustrations. Everyone who knows her notices and comments her patience, her kindness, and her positive demeanor. Melissa makes everyone feel valued, welcomed, and included. She listens, supports, and reassures while effectively addressing and resolving the needs of our community throughout the day. We have some families who love Melissa so much that they specifically ask to talk to her, even though their needs could fully be met or resolved by anyone else on our team. She has a strong work ethic and understands all the programs and details that help keep our front office running smoothly. Melissa has created routines and systems for efficiently, and she frequently trains and mentors new office staff or any substitutes who happen to come on our campus. She's knowledgeable, reliable, and committed to serving the needs of everyone who crosses her path. Melissa's observant, anticipates site needs, and helps whenever she's needed. She makes a positive difference every day and is one of our biggest assets. Melissa is the face and the voice of Stoko, and she's simply amazing. So it is my pleasure to honor Melissa Alcantar as the Alvord Unified School District Classified Employee of the Month for May 2021.
Congrats, Melissa. I know I saw you on here, so don't try to hide. But congratulations. After everything I've heard, I kind of want to be friends with you, or at least a coworker. I definitely want someone like you in my life. So thank you for everything that you've done for the students and for our families, especially since sometimes you're the first person that they talk to. So the board appreciates everything that you do, and just thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Mrs. Ramirez and board members, for having me here tonight. It's such an honor to receive this recognition tonight. I want to thank my Stoko family for giving me this recognition. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
We love you, Melissa. Well-deserved honor.
I love you guys too.
All right, and that brings us to our last recognition for the moment, Lorraine Diaz. We are proud to recognize Lorena as our Volunteer of the Month. And there simply is not enough time tonight to tell you about all the wonderful qualities Lorena embodies. She's a pillar of our community who has left a lasting impression on all of our staff and students. Every single person at Stoko knows who Lorena is. And when I asked the staff to share a few thoughts about Lorena, the response was overwhelming. I had like 3 pages of things people thought about Lorena. Lorena was consistently described as a ray of sunshine with a sunny disposition who makes everyone feel valued, loved, and cared for. And that description could not be more accurate. Lorena has a heart of gold, and she brings joy and love to everyone she comes in contact with. Her smile is contagious, and her hugs are simply the best. Lorena currently has 3 children who attend our school, but as a daycare provider, she supports many other students at Stoko and around the district as well. She goes out of her way to be actively involved on our campus and in our district. And Lorena not only volunteers and supports the teachers of her children, but she spends countless hours prepping items, donating materials or time that support all staff and all school events. One year, she organized a group of parents to bring snacks and treats for the whole staff every day of the week. We had full tummies and hearts that week as she surrounded us with love. Lorena is actively involved in all our parent communities like ELAC, School State Council, and ATP. She encourages other parents to get involved, and she's a role model for active parent engagement. Her insight and student-centered focus have helped shape our programs and services and have truly made Stoko a better place for all. Lorena has unconditional generosity, and she makes everyone feel valued and appreciated. Words simply can't express the gratitude we have for Lorena. She is an inspiration, and our hearts and lives are forever enriched because she is so amazing. So it is a huge pleasure, and I'm honored to celebrate Lorraine Diaz as the Alvord Unified School District Volunteer of the Month for May 2021.
Congratulations, Lorena. And I see you have people with you. Who's there with you now?
Yes, we're here, and thank you, Mrs. Ramirez, for such a kind word. Thank you, members of the board. I'm so moved right now, and I just want to thank the opportunity that the school gave me to give a little thing back to their community, to all these people, to these amazing people at school that is helping me make these children a better citizen. Thank you very much for everything.
No, thank you. We appreciate you for taking your time and volunteering to help the kids, and not just the teachers that your kids have, but other teachers and everyone else. So we really appreciate your time and just being involved. I still remember the volunteers at my school, and they made a big difference in my life. So I know the other students, you made an impact in theirs.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Go Stoko Tigers!
Vega, can I say a couple words?
Of course.
Okay, so I want to share this story with everybody this evening. Lorena Diaz was actually on my, she's in my ward area, my trustee area. I actually still remember 3 years ago walking, canvassing, and stepping into a home where it was a daycare center. And she invited me into her home, introduced me to her family, a ray of sunshine. So when we talk about leaders that stand out in our community, let me let you know, this is a stand-up person that's a leader in our community. She welcomed me in her home, and we know who we have in our community. Just her character, in just minutes of talking to her, this is a person that we're lucky to have you as a parent volunteer. Our community is lucky to have you, and we honor you tonight. We're honored to be here with you tonight. So thank you, Lorena, and the entire family. I see you back there, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so one more time, I just want to say thank you to all my amazing staff and employees. Our slogan this year was Stoko Star Pilots are bringing life to all they do, and we celebrated different character traits every single month. So it is an honor to be a part of this school, and join me one more time in congratulating Matalabi, Erica, Melissa, and Lorena. We love all of you. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. And actually, right before the board meeting, I got an email from one of the Stoko families, the Razuk family, and she was just, saying her gratitude for all the teachers and staff that have been there. So you guys are doing an amazing job. Okay, so that will bring us to our next agenda item, our agenda item number 7, 2021 Dell Scholars Recognition. So I'll pass it over to La Sierra High School.
Well, thank you, Alvord Board of Education, for allowing us to present tonight. I'm going to share my screen. Everybody hearing me okay? Okay. So again, thank you for allowing us to present. This year, last year, high school Avid has been truly blessed with 3 Dell Scholarship winners this year. This is an amazing feat for us. Normally, in the past, we've had 1 winner. I think we might have had 2 winners once. But this year we've had 3, and that is a huge deal. And so to kind of tell you a little bit about why this is such a big deal, this is a quick overview of what the Dell Scholarship is. The Michael and Susan Dell Foundation is aimed to support underprivileged students to go to a 4-year university and graduate with a bachelor's degree. These scholars most of them are first-generation college students. These students participate in a college preparation or preparatory program, such as AVID. These students must maintain at least a 2.4 GPA, and our 3 winners have blown that out of the water. These students demonstrate financial need and are eligible for federal Pell Grant. Dell Scholars graduate at 2 times the national average for their peers. And the reason why the fact that we have 3 is such an amazing feat is that nationally only 500 scholars are chosen each year. And we have 3 of them here at La Sierra High School. And we couldn't be more ecstatic and excited for our 3 young ladies who are truly amazing. And I want to tell you about them. But first, let me tell you what they've won, kind of like the game show. So they have been awarded a $20,000 scholarship. The Dell Scholarship provides personalized academic, emotional, financial support. They get a laptop for 4 years, or they get a laptop with a 4-year warranty. They get $500 a year for books, and they get hooked up with a Scholars Resource Network connecting the students and the families with resources to deal with life-changing circumstances such as debt and stress. And they also get hooked up with teletherapy for professional counseling if they need it. So their needs are being supported financially, emotionally, with equipment, just setting them up for success. And so our first Dell Scholar winner that I want to introduce to you is Susanna Ochoa. Now I'm going to introduce each one of them and share basically their highlights, just their amazing resume, if you will. And then I'm going to have each one announce where they're going to college and what they're going to study. And this is the actual certificate that they received from the Dell Scholar. So Susanna Ochoa is amazing, like our other 2. She's a 4-year AVID student. She was an AVID tutor for us this year. She has taken 4 honors classes, 6 AP courses, 1 dual enrollment class through Norfolk College. She has a GPA of 4.4. She took 3 additional college courses through Norfolk College that is not even recorded on her transcripts. She competed in swim, water polo, golf. She had leadership positions with CSF, yearbook, and college club, and she spent countless hours doing community service, giving back to our community, at our church, working with the children's ministry, as well as Riverside Cat Hospital. And I can speak personally that she is just an amazing young woman. So Susanna, can you share with us where you're planning to attend college and what you're going to study?
Hi, I'm Susanna. I'll be attending UC Irvine in the fall to major in chemistry.
Awesome. Go Anteaters, zot, right? Okay, awesome. Thank you, Susanna. All right, our next Dell Scholar is Maria Rodriguez. Again, another amazing student, 7 years AVID student. She's an AVID tutor her senior year. She has taken 4 honors classes, 6 AP classes, 4 dual enrollment classes through Norfolk College. She ended up with a 4.19 academic GPA, competed in golf for 1 year, leadership positions in Mecha, community service with Riverside Youth Court, Mi Familia Bota, Room 8 Memorial Cat Foundation. I'm getting tired just saying these things, how awesome these ladies are. So Maria, could you please tell us where you're going to college and what you're going to study?
I will be attending UC Riverside, and I will be studying public policy.
Awesome.
Islanders.
That's right. Thank you, Maria. Our third Dell winner is Elizabeth Lopez. And again, another amazing, strong young woman. She is a 6-year AVID student, AVID tutor for both her junior and senior year. She's a Health Academy student, California Cadet Corps student. She has taken 4 honors classes, 6 AP courses, 8 dual enrollment classes through Norfolk College. Graduates with a 4.19 academic GPA. She competed in football, soccer, track and field, leadership positions with Mecha, CSF, HOSA, Cadet Corps, Health Academy, College Club, worked 2 jobs outside of school this year, and then several hours of community service through Riverside Youth Court, Arizona Middle School Registration, Roommate, Cat Foundation. I don't know how this girl even slept, but again, just simply amazing. Elizabeth, can you please announce where you're going to school and what you plan to study?
Hello everyone, I will be attending UC San Diego and I will be studying political science.
Awesome. So with those are 3 amazing, just awesome, strong women, and we can't be more proud of them. Mrs. Morales, I know you're present. Would you like to just give us a few final thoughts to end our presentation?
Yes, most definitely. Thank you very much. I'm Marina Morales. I am very fortunate to be their Avid Senior Teacher this year. I actually had 2 of them on my freshman year when I taught them, and it has been amazing to see them grow and flourish into the young women that they are. I'm speechless. I am so proud of them. They have gone above and beyond every expectation, and the reason why I'm so humbled by their success is that these ladies are part of our district, are part of our community. They are part of our school and our AVID program. I'm very passionate about, and I've always been very passionate about what AVID does for our students. And these girls have shined in every way. You can see the resume that, you know, they have just been involved in so many things, and they just do it all. And the Dell Scholarship Committee knew that these girls were special and that they were going somewhere. And so as your AVID teacher, I'm here tonight to share with you that I've been blessed and honored to walk with them through this process. And I'm sure there was times where they didn't like me very much, but that's okay because they're here today. And I thank you for your time and allowing us to present to you these wonderful, amazing young women who will be soon off to college and doing great things for our community and bringing back, hopefully sharing back great things in the future for our younger kids. And to all those families listening tonight, I just want to say that when there's a will, there's a way. And I encourage you to keep going strong, never give up, no matter what odds are against them. And so I'm very proud of our school, our program. Mr. Pearson is our coordinator this year, and I couldn't be more proud of all the support that we've gotten so far and these wonderful young women. So thank you for your time, and we really appreciate it. Congrats, girls. So proud of you,
Congratulations.
Awesome.
And thank you so much.
Thank you so much for presenting. And I think the board loves to hear things like this, especially we have 3 of them at La Sierra, the Dell, and I'm sure it's a lengthy process. It's not just one essay and we're done. Like I know it's a lengthy process, and so proud of you, and we wish you the best in college and higher educations. Keep it up, and I'll open up to the board if anyone else wants to say anything.
Lizeth, thank you. Yeah, I'd like to make a couple of comments. First, I had a chance to be a part of their AVID recognition this year, and there were about 50, 60 students who were participating in it, and these young ladies were introduced as the Dell winners, but there's a lot more of them out there, and the program at La Sierra High School, the AVID program, is flourishing. So thank you for the leadership, Ariana and Eric, what you're providing out there. It really makes a difference in these students' lives when they don't have the opportunity to see their role models and their family ahead of them. You're providing that, and it's going to start a whole new trend in not only their lives, but their family as well. So thank you very much for what you're doing.
Thank you, Mr. Schwann.
Thank you, Mr. Schwann. I appreciate it.
Yes, I'm just going to piggyback with what President Viega and Trustee Schwann said. This is amazing what you guys are giving these students and the support. And like you said, Ms. Morales, sometimes they probably were not but you're their champion and you're their advocate and you stood behind them. And we know as parents, right, that you need to do that. And look what they've achieved. I mean, 4.4, that's incredible. Plus all the other extracurricular activities and giving back to their community, and what you're giving them a big, bright, beautiful future. And for that, I cannot tell you, especially it's amazing in any circumstances, but in this circumstance, you teachers, you guys have done phenomenal. So my heart and my praise and my thoughts and my blessings and everything goes out to you guys, because it's because of you and your dedication to your students and the love you have for them that they achieve this. And someday they're going to look back and I know my daughter does. She goes back to her teachers and her counselors And they're going to find you and they're going to say thank you because you've made my world a better place and my family's world and our world a better place for having them in it. So again, thank you so very much for everything you've given them this year. And I know the next students will have the same opportunity and have the same benefits with you. But just again, thank you. And from the bottom of my heart, you guys, you really have made exactly what the Alvord family is about, these students and giving them this great future. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilson.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
If I may, just very quickly, President Vega, I'm just beaming from the moment that this was announced and we received the email to actually being here this evening to have them recognized. I'm so grateful that you put up the stats that are required to even receive such an award. It is truly remarkable out of 500 that one school site would have won, and we have 3. And absolutely, Trustee Wilson, there is something in the water in La Sierra High School's AVID program that is truly supporting our students and advocating so that they know that despite what circumstance or examples have been set before them, that they will now be the example for their families. And it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication for these young ladies to go against all odds in a pandemic and say, I will continue to excel and I will continue to succeed, not only for myself, but for future generations of Eagles and community members within the La Sierra community. And just really briefly, I know girls, you guys work so, so hard and you deserve every bit of the accolades that you are receiving. But I do want to give a shout out to your parents, because as a parent of my own 2 students, proud La Sierra alumni, when you go off and you achieve something like this, when your families had yet to do that, it's enormous pride that we have as parents, and not just parents, but grandparents, aunties, uncles. It just trickles down all through your family. But you are an example to so many more. You are opening a door, you're unlocking it, you're opening it, you're walking through it. So congratulations to you ladies and to your families, to the teachers, support staff, because I know you guys are out there. It's one big team. And as Trustee Wilson says, it's definitely an Alvord family. But congratulations to all of you. Enjoy and go out there and change the world, because I know that you 3 ladies are definitely going to be doing that. I can't wait to hear your stories. Come back and share them all.
And I share one more thing. It'll be real quick. And Lorraine, I might need your help with this. Mr. Schwant, you said, yes, Mr. Schwant, you said that you mentioned that there's others, and you're absolutely right. This year was unprecedented for us. We collectively, from our senior AVID class, in terms of scholarship winnings, we have a total amount of, Ms. Morales, was it $135,000?
$133,750 at our AVID senior class alone, not including the rest of the students on the campus.
Just our AVID seniors. Amazing.
This year. And we had 56, Mr. Christian, how many?
We had 56 seniors.
Yes. So we're very proud of them. And like you said, in times like this, it was like, you do it now or never. So I'm very proud of them. So they did very well this year.
I would just like to add, I get goosebumps just hearing my everybody speak this evening about these 3 talented students. I am so looking forward to being there next week in graduation and really congratulating everybody, the whole senior class of 2021, because I'm sure, I was blown away with some of the dual enrollment, just the listings that Mr. Eric Peterson went over. These kids are amazing. And we have, I know several of our students are going to do amazing things and go to amazing places, but I'm just blown away, and I can't wait to be on stage next week congratulating all of those students, and especially the 3 special ones that are highlighted today. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Dr. Dorado.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you again, and thank you, board, for your comments. We are now going to move on to our next recognitions of the night, which is AA recognized 2022 Teachers of the Year, and I will pass it on to Dr. Presley.
Thank you, President Vega. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Thank you, President Vega, board members, and my fellow cabinet colleagues and audience. Tonight, we have quite a few people to recognize. I'll be starting off with our 2022 Teachers of the Year. So these are our Teachers of the Year for this year that'll be honored all next year. We're also going to play some catch up due to the pandemic. We're going to recognize our 2021 Teachers of the Year. And we're also going to play a little more catch up for our 1920 Site Support Employees of the Year, our Counselors of the Year, our Classified Employees of the Year, and then our district-wide employees for the year as well. So we have quite a few amazing Alvord employees at all different levels that we're going to honor tonight. And we'll hear from our district winners at the end with their supervisors. So I'd like to start off with our 2022 Teachers of the Year. We'll start off with Ariana Runquist from Arlanza Elementary. Sydney Quick from Colette Elementary. Erica Willenborg from Foothill Elementary. Jacqueline Cepedes from La Granada Elementary. Shirley Torres, Lake Hills Elementary. Miguel Cappinpin from McAuliffe Elementary. Valeria Davis Clemens from Myra Lynn Elementary. Monica Eppinger, Arenma Elementary. Gwendolyn Young, Promenade Elementary. Jennifer Guy, Rosemary Kennedy Elementary. Kelly Richmond, Stoko Elementary. Diana Villanueva, Terrace Elementary. And not to date myself, I was her JV soccer coach back when I was a teacher a long time ago. So congratulations, Diana. Shauna Gutierrez, Twin Hill Elementary. Jennifer Robbins, Valley View Elementary. Moving on to middle schools, Miwa Sue, Arizona Middle School. Sandra Antonio, Loma Vista Middle School. Imelda Ventura, Villegas Middle School. Tom Butoric, Wells Middle School. Stefan Enriquez, our Alvord Alternative Education. Michelle Sprately, Alvord High School. Erica Cerna, Hillcrest High School. Jennifer Allen, La Sierra High School. And Richard Dean, Norta Vista High School. And those are our 2022 Teachers of the Year, who will be our Teachers of the Year moving into our new school year. Now, looking at our Teachers of the Year for last year, I'd like to start off with Cynthia Gonzalez Madral from Arlanza Elementary. Nancy Loftus, Colette Elementary. Marcela Vasquez, Foothill Elementary. Christy Cordova, La Granada Elementary. Candace Wynn, Lake Hills Elementary. Dr. Sharon Bennett, McAuliffe Elementary. Yesenia Ramirez, Myra Lynn Elementary. Anton Kritzer, Arenma Elementary. Kelly Gentis, Promenade Elementary. Megan Martinez, Rosemary Kennedy Elementary. Joanna Vasquez, Stoko Elementary. Amy Valentine, Terrace Elementary. Rachel Bales, Twin Hill Elementary. Sandra Aguilar, Valley View Elementary. And moving on to our middle schools, Joanna Newman, Arizona Middle School. Bethany Rivera, Loma Vista Middle School. Carrie Fowler, Villegas Middle School. And Lydia Song from Wells Middle School. Looking at our high schools, we have Mark Rechtenwald, Alvord Alternative Education. Dirk Schultz, Alvord High School. Stephen Mason, Hillcrest High School. John Busman, La Sierra High School. And Kelly Geyer, Villanueva, Norta Vista High School. And those are our 2021 Teachers of the Year. Looking at our 1920 Alvord Employees of the Year, we'll start off with our Site Support Employees of the Year. And we'll start with Kristen Barba, a speech therapist from our Lanza Elementary. Sylvie Virgin, elementary literacy teacher at Colette Elementary. Christina Moreno, instructional coach, Foothill Elementary. Sandra Ruiz, elementary counselor at La Granada Elementary. Laura Flores, speech therapist, Lake Hills Elementary. Hillary Ness, speech therapist, McAuliffe Elementary. Shelley Melentine, elementary literacy teacher, Myra Lynn Elementary. Soha Sostrom, resource specialist at Promenade Elementary. Karen Wang, our instructional coach at Rosemary Kennedy Elementary. Cecilia Vunawin, resource specialist, Stoko Elementary. And something happened. We're back at it. Carla Calderon, instructional coach, Terrace Elementary. Shelley Melentine, again, elementary literacy teacher, Twin Hill Elementary. She split between both schools and both schools recognized her. Pete Gennaro, Valley View Elementary, resource teacher. Ujima Thompson, the OCI teacher at Arizona Middle School. Andrea Coons, instructional coach, Loma Vista Middle School. Linda Steger, school psychologist, Viegas Middle School. Arturo Ramirez, OCI teacher at Wells Middle School. And moving on to our high schools, Patricia Ike, school psychologist, Alvord Alternative Education High School. Amy Waldman, librarian, Hillcrest High School. Sarah Hubner, instructional coach, La Sierra High School. And Sean Marshall, the IB coordinator at Norta Vista High School. Congratulations to our site support of the year. Moving on to our next group, we'll look at our counselors of the year. Starting off with our elementary counselor of the year, Christine Galvin from Colette Elementary. Our middle school counselor of the year, Erica Zamora, Arizona Middle School. And our high school counselor of the year, Pam Prescott, Hillcrest High School. Congratulations to our counselors of the year. Our next group is our classified employees of the year for 1920. And looking at Lorena Lopez, the community worker at Arlanza Elementary. Juan Cruz Sanchez, head custodian, Colette Elementary. Natalia Vasquez, bilingual clerk typist 1 at Foothill Elementary. Imelda Lemon, school secretary, La Granada Elementary. Alejandro Salinas, head custodian, Lake Hills Elementary. Tracy Woolery, head custodian, McAuliffe Elementary. Maria Vargas, school secretary, Myra Lynn Elementary, also formerly from the HR department. Congratulations, Maria. Livette Espinoza, preschool specialist, education assistant, Promenade Elementary. Roger Garcia, head custodian, Rosemary Kennedy Elementary. Charlene Muro, school library assistant 1 at Stoko Elementary. Jessica Gutierrez, clerk typist 1, Terrace Elementary. Grace Ledesma, school secretary, Twin Hill Elementary. Amelia Torres, school secretary, Valley View Elementary. And looking at our middle schools, we have Ray Felix, head custodian at Arizona Middle School. Tammy McGregor, school secretary, Loma Vista Middle School. Susan Dalton, special education assistant 1 at Viegas Middle School. And Antonio Munoz, head custodian at Wells Middle School. Moving on to our high schools, we have Jeannie Huerta, campus supervisor 2 at Alvord High. Tammy Newman, the registrar at Alvord Alternative Education. Jessica Martinez, our secretary at Hillcrest High School. Francine Murillo, account clerk, La Sierra High School. And Arlene Garcia, registrar at Norta Vista High School, also formerly from the HR department. So congratulations to all of our classified employees of the year. We'll now move on to our district level employees of the year. And we'll start off with Dr. Emily Devore, our Director 3 of Elementary Education. And here to say some words about Emily is our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Dr. Sherry Kemp.
Thank you, Dr. Presby. It is my privilege to introduce our Certificated Administrator of the Year, Dr. Emily Devore. Dr. Devore joined our Alvord family in 2002. She opened Viegas Middle School as a science teacher for 2 years before transitioning to be an English learner teacher on special assignment. She served our EL department for 2 years before becoming an elementary assistant principal for RMK and Terrace Elementaries. Dr. Devore then became principal at Twin Hill and then Terrace Elementary for a total of 11 years. She is now the amazing Director 3 of Elementary Education, Teaching, Learning, and Professional Development. Dr. Devore is an integral part of our educational services team. Her ethical decision-making makes her a strong support for the site leaders in our district. Dr. Devore's intelligence and foresight are paramount to our environment of problem-solving and development of coherent plans and structures to support our sites and students. I am especially grateful for Dr. Devore's moral leadership and her kind and creative spirit. She's a pleasure to work with every single day. Dr. Devore is to be commended for many, many things. However, in this past year of constant pivoting, I'd like to highlight her tremendous work in the monumental task of coordinating the collaborative efforts of our new local control and accountability plan. She has accomplished this through her strong work ethic and her perseverance, and she is very greatly appreciated. It's with great pride that we honor Dr. Emily Devore as the Certificated Administrator of the Year. Dr. Devore, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, I'm going to be saying many words in this board meeting, but since you asked, I will. Yes, yeah. No, I just want to say thank you to Dr. Cappinpin for your kind words, and I appreciate the opportunity to work next to you and to continue to learn from you as well. I definitely want to thank our entire educational services staff. We are an amazing team, and I am so grateful for everyone that I have the opportunity to work with. All of the principals, I commend you and respect you deeply for everything that you do, and I appreciate you every day. And then, of course, to all of our support staff and teachers that were recognized, congratulations. I am so lucky that I get to work with all of you every day as well. And the Board of Education, thank you for your continuous support, and I appreciate all of you and the direction you are taking Alvord. So thank you to everyone, and thank you, Dr. Capp.
Welcome.
Great. Thank you, Emily, Dr. Devore. Moving on to our next award, we have our Classified Administrator of the Year, Eric Holliday, our Director 1 of Child Nutrition Services. And here to say a few words about Eric is Dusty Nemeth, our CBO.
Thank you, Dr. Presby. It's my honor tonight to introduce you to Eric Holliday, our 2020 Classified Administrator of the Year. As Alvord's Child Nutrition Services Director, Eric Holliday has leads a team of 135 professionals who are responsible for serving over 15,000 meals to students on a daily basis. Eric leads his team of food service professionals who support learning through the meals that they provide. He's grateful to work with a team that has provided meals to the Alvord community since the pandemic. He enjoys giving service with a smile, as evidenced by his picture, always has a positive attitude, and working with a team that loves to make a positive impact on students' lives. Congratulations, Eric, on being recognized as the district's 2020 Classified Administrator of the Year.
Congratulations. Is Eric here?
I am here.
All right, Eric. It's all
Thank you,
yours.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to the 135 team members that make an effort every day. Thank you to the community that comes out and meets with us. And thank you for our students that trust us with eating breakfast, lunch, supper, and enjoying our delicious food. So that's all. Thank you so much. It's an honor. So thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Our next award is our Confidential Employee of the Year for 2020, and that is Annabelle Nunez, our Executive Assistant to the Superintendent. And here to say a few words about Annabelle is our own Superintendent, Dr. Alan Muserino.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Presby. And before I do recognize Annabelle, I too want to thank everyone this evening and congratulate all of the winners, our outstanding teachers, staff members, all of the many classified employees who were recognized tonight over the course of the last couple years for your incredible work. So thank you for what you do. We could not be who we are without you, and everyone's contribution counts. So thank you so much for what you do. Now to Miss Annabelle. Annabelle possesses all of the characteristics that any administrator would want in their assistant. She's hardworking, she's bright, she's honest, and she's positive. Her attitude is incredible. Everyone who knows Annabelle knows that she just has this absolutely delightful personality and just lights up the room. So she has brought so much sunshine into our office, not only just directly into the superintendent's office, but all the offices nearby, because she has the opportunity to work with virtually everyone around the building. So from my perspective, having a trusted assistant that I know I could count on, someone basically who takes the initiative to get the job done. She doesn't need to be told, she doesn't need to be asked. And everyone who knows Annabelle knows that it's really just a matter of you just saying, here's what needs to be done, and she goes ahead and gets it done. And really, it's something that from a perspective of an administrator who, like all of us, has lots of things going on, you just know that the job's going to be done well. And in her role, because we get so many calls and emails and there's so much action going on around the superintendent's office, it's a nonstop job, and really there's never a break. And yet she handles everything with just an incredibly positive attitude, and she's always in a great mood. And I think everyone who knows her knows that. So on behalf of everyone whose life Annabelle touches, congratulations on this honor. And I know that everyone joins me in congratulating Miss Annabelle.
Thank you, Dr. Musarino. And is Annabelle here? I believe she is.
Yes, I'm here. Just want to say thank you, Dr. Musarino. Very kind words. Thank you so much. I thank everybody in the district that has helped me out in some way. All the administrative assistants and secretaries. We are a team, and I think we're good. I love working there, and I appreciate everyone that has helped me out. I think it's great. It's been nice working with everybody. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but it's nice. It's a nice environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Annabelle.
Dr. Presby, just one more thing. Let me just add one more thing. Annabelle is also working on her master's degree in strategic communication, and kind of does that, when she can, knowing that she has an extremely busy job and a family as well. So just a go-getter, and just an absolute pleasure to be around every day. So Annabelle, thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dr. Musarino. And our next award goes to our Counselor of the Year, Christine Galvin, an elementary school counselor from Colette Elementary. And here to say a few words about Christine is her principal, Ann Vandercook.
Good evening, everyone. I have the honor of talking a little bit about somebody who's very near and dear to my heart, and knowing that this would be hard to speak about such an amazing person, instead of it coming directly from me, I've taken some thoughts from all of those amazing people at Colette that have the opportunity to work with Christine. Christine Galvin has been at Colette for 7 years. We've been very, very lucky to keep her. And these are some of the things that the staff had to say about her. Christine gives everyone on campus a listening ear and a loving heart. She's one of the most selfless people. She gives of herself always to our staff and students and our families. She greets students by name and spends time with them. She builds relationships and creates bonds with students and teachers. And then just a little something extra, Christine Galvin is without a doubt the epitome of what it means to be a counselor. She supports our children with bountiful love. Our staff is guaranteed the same love without hesitation. When you think of Christine, you think of boundless energy, a permanent smile, warm hugs, complete acceptance, and unquestioning support. Those are amazing things about her. We just honored Christine. We made up our own Counselor Appreciation Day for her. That's how special we think she is. We are blessed to have her on our campus, and in our eyes, she is the Counselor of the Year all year, every year. So thank you, Christine, for all you do for Colette.
Thank you, Anne. And is Christine here? I think I saw her earlier.
I am, and my principal knows that it doesn't take much for me to cry, so I think that's what she was trying to do. It's just been a very humbling week for me because as Mrs. Vandercook did state, my staff honored me on Monday and I was so overwhelmed with emotion. I just feel like the luckiest person in the world that I get to do this job every day, and to be honored in this way is just beyond. And so I thank everyone. I thank you, Mrs. Vandercook, and I love Colette. It's my home, and so thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you for everything you do for our students, especially in these trying times. Your counselors are so important, and thank you for all that you provided for them. Okay, moving on to our next award. This is for our 2020 Site Support Employee of the Year, and this goes to Karen Wang, our instructional coach from Rosemary Kennedy Elementary School. And here to talk about Karen is the principal of RMK, Jason Burns.
Hello, everyone. It is my great pleasure to show this appreciation to the Alvord Unified School District Sites Employee of the Year, RMK's very own instructional coach, Karen Wang. Karen has been the instructional coach at RMK for the past 5 years, and like Ms. Vandercook, I asked my staff what they appreciate the most about Karen, and here's what they said. She is knowledgeable, gracious, patient, positive, organized, helpful, professional, approachable, highly competent, well-prepared, non-judgmental, and she follows through. During this past year, she has helped the entire RMK community with virtual learning. She has helped teachers and staff set up their Google Classrooms and takes calls from parents and students as she runs RMK's very own Google Help Desk. I really don't know what we would have done without Karen that first month of school as the entire school community was adjusting to distance learning. And she stepped up in a big way. She helped me, she helped the teachers, she helped the classified staff, the parents. She got so many calls that I think she got more calls than our school office did. And all of our parents and all of our students knew that if they call the number, Mrs. Wang is going to come through. And she absolutely hit a home run. Karen has been an amazing team player. She's always willing to lend a hand, and she's a real asset to everyone at RMK. For the past 3+ years, Karen has been my right hand as we collectively seek to improve the academic outcomes of our children. And while 2020 was a rough year for anyone by the name of Karen, as far as we are concerned, everyone needs a Karen on their team. Congratulations, Karen. You're totally awesome.
Thank you, Mr. Burns. And Karen, I saw her earlier, I thought.
Yes, I'm
There
here.
you are.
Thank you, Mr. Burns, for your kind words. You know, I always very grateful for your support all the time, so thank you. And I want to thank you, everyone at the district, for this recognition. It's such a great honor to be here this evening, alongside with all the other amazing educators at Alvord. I want to give a special shout out to everybody at RMK, teachers and staff, because they honestly are so awesome. They make my job so easy. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Our next award is for Charlene Muro, School Library Assistant from Stoko Elementary. And here to say a few words about Charlene is the principal, Francine Ramirez.
Good evening again. So I have the pleasure of announcing another amazing Stoko person tonight. So I'm super thrilled to tell you a little bit about Charlene. Charlene's an amazing librarian who goes above and beyond to ensure that the needs of our students and staff are met. She truly understands the importance of creating a warm and welcoming environment. Charlene is student-centered and she's passionate about encouraging literacy. She plans lessons that support students that even go beyond just the procedural steps for checking out books and selecting books in the library, but she also includes lessons to teach them how to do research and reading to learn. During the pandemic, Charlene organized and created systems that allowed for ongoing access to literature and books. She created an online bank of digital resources. She made video recordings for classroom read-alouds. She developed a form so that students could select and check book outs, and she organized the pickup and drop-off days for that. Charlene is organized and efficient. She demonstrates strong communication skills. She collaborates with teachers to schedule library time and to share resources that support a love of reading. Charlene single-handedly coordinates the organization and the distribution of textbooks and all instructional materials for our staff. When we were instantly thrust into the digital world this year, she quickly adapted and incorporated systems that included the distribution and collection of laptops and technology, and she just added it right into her routine. In addition to supporting literacy in the library, Charlene also gets into classrooms and supports literacy there. She demonstrates an understanding of the tenets of foundational skills, and she effectively supports grade level teams with intervention and small group support. Charlene is loved by our staff and students. She comes to work every day with a smile and a positive attitude. Charlene's willing to help wherever it's needed on campus. She's professional at all times, and she continues to make a positive impact on our campus and community. Her influence extends far beyond the walls of the library, and we're so blessed to have Charlene part of our staff. And I just want to extend my congratulations to this well-deserved honor, Charlene Muro.
Thank you, Francine. And Charlene, are you here with us? I thought I saw her earlier as well.
Yes, sorry.
There
My
you go.
kids are, you're muted. Thank you, Francine, for the kind words. Thank you, board, for this amazing honor. I just want to thank my Stoko coworkers. I just love everybody there. And the kids at Stoko are amazing. I call them my work babies. I have 3 amazing kids here at home. So I love my work babies as well. And I just love my job. I feel very blessed every day to go to work. I get to read books every day. It's a joy. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlene. Thank you for what you do for our students. It's a, as Principal Ramirez said, and Principal Burns, going to the digital world was quick, and the libraries changed a lot, and trying to get books in the hands of students was difficult, and you creative and figured out a way. So thank you so much for that. And moving on to our Teachers of the Year. We are starting off with our 2021 Teacher of the Year for Lake Hills Elementary School, and that is Candace Nguyen. Here to talk about Candace tonight is Principal Carrie Mott.
All right, thank you very much. It is an honor and privilege to recognize Mrs. Candace Nguyen as Teacher of the Year. Candace pours her heart and soul into everything that she does. She's a compassionate and dedicated teacher leader. In all she does, her students' needs and interests are her priorities. She works tirelessly at perfecting her craft, all the while supporting her grade level team and our community. And that includes myself. She is my savior. Without Candace, we would be lost. I certainly would be lost. Her energy and commitment is infectious. We're incredibly fortunate to learn and grow from her. Thank you, Candace, for your amazing positive attitude and your dedication to all of our students. Congratulations on this honor. You epitomize the qualities of a Teacher of the Year. Nice job, Candace.
Thank you, Carrie. And Candace.
Hello, thank you, Mrs. Mont. Mrs. Mont has also been very integral in my growth. Last year, I graduated with my master's in educational administration, and she was my mentor and support and has continued that beyond my graduation, and she's teaching me the ropes of educational leadership. And so I am blessed to be able to follow in her footsteps and have her as my mentor and leader. So thank you, Mrs. Mont. And also thank you to the district for this recognition. I am humbled and honored to have received this recognition, and to the community at Lake Hills, the students, the teachers, everybody in the community, thank you for helping me grow, and all of you have been a part of my journey and a part of my growth as an educator. And I look forward to continuing to serve at Lake Hills. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace, and congratulations on pursuing further education for your master's in admin credential. That's fantastic. So congratulations again. Looking at another Teacher of the Year, our second for 2021 is Lydia Song from Wells Middle School. And here to talk about Lydia is Karen Rubato, principal of Wells Middle School.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to brag a little bit about Mrs. Song because she is exceptional in so many ways. She has been an elementary school teacher in Alvord Unified. She was also an elementary math TOSA in Alvord. She left Alvord for a bit to work at the Santa Barbara County Office of Education. And she came back to Alvord, and I was lucky enough to snag her for a math teacher at Wells Middle School, and we've been together for the last 5 years. Our paths also crossed when we did the Riverside County Office of Education Teacher Leader Certification Academy together from 2011 through 2013. She was on our MTSS leadership team. She's our math department chair. She's about to finish her doctorate from USC after doing one of her masters at UCLA. So just an impressive resume that way. Also, she also makes some mean brownies and lemon cookies, and just has a knack for teaching math. I wanted to share a little bit about her philosophy. These are Lydia's words. She says, everyone deserves to be seen and valued for the unique person they are. We have a better chance at thriving if we can do this journey together. My kids, our kids, are precious, every one of them. I try to see each student through the eyes of the person who loves them most. So I want the best for them, and that means having choices for the future. It also means believing in them, even when they don't believe in themselves. Math is a big part of this. Math is an educational right. Not being afraid of math, being good at it, opens so many doors for the future. According to the U.S. News and World Report, 9 out of the 10 best jobs require a strong foundation in math. If I really mean it when I say I want the best for them, I have to follow up with my actions. Not all students come to my math class loving math. Some have math trauma. What I find, though, is that sometimes the students who have the least confidence are the ones who amaze me the most with their creativity and out-of-the-box thinking. Everyone can be good at math. Math is in all of us. If I can't transfer my passion for math, I do my best to infect my students with a belief in themselves. Hopefully, they leave a little more curious, more confident of themselves as contributing members of society today. We're going to be sharing Ms. Song. She's going to be a numeracy teacher at Foothill next year, so this is a huge loss for Wells, but I know that we'll continue to feel her impact, not just in math, but in student self-efficacy when our Foothill students come to Wells. So my honor and privilege to recognize Ms. Song as Teacher of the Year.
Thank you, Karen. And I see Lydia here. I'd like to say a few words after those very beautiful words that your principal read for you. That's amazing.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for being with me for 5 years. And, you know, I decided to go to Wells partly because of you. And so we share the same love for our families and community, and Wells has such heart. It's about our kids, and it's about making sure that they become the people that they can be. And all of our staff, that's what we work for. So really this is about our staff, classified and certificated, all of them. So thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. And our last Teacher of the Year for 2021 from McAuliffe Elementary is Dr. Sharon Bennett. And here to say a few words about Dr. Bennett is her principal, Gerardo Aguilar.
All right. It's my privilege to speak about Dr. Bennett. Dr. Bennett, for the last 12 years, has taught upper grades at McAuliffe Elementary. She has a vast knowledge of teaching and learning, exhibits professionalism, and demonstrates compassion for our students. Dr. Bennett used her knowledge and gave instruction to bring depth and complexity strategies to the instructional practices at our school. So when you say rigor, she brought the rigor, and that's exactly what it was. She's also used technology to bridge, and pivot to the pandemic. And she's used her knowledge base extensively, especially with leading parents, and also with GATE instructions, and also in working with district to train teachers in the area of gifted strategies. A couple years back with Dr. Sandra Kaplan through USC. Her experience have given her wisdom to impart on student teachers through the UCR and Cal Baptist Master Teacher Program, which I know Dr. Presby would be very proud of. In this era of COVID-19, and when we first went into the pandemic in March of 2020, we kind of had a huge nervous breakdown with the way we were going to structure classes at the elementary site, well, at least at McAuliffe. Dr. Bennett thought of an ingenious way to use a virtual tool through Google Docs to organize and to create a step-by-step process to help develop the electronic spreadsheet that we needed to manipulate and transfer student information. And she basically saved the day. And to this day, there are many colleagues, many principals in the elementary level that use this tool around the district. So thank you, Dr. Bennett, for saving the day there with elementary. So again, we are proud of you, Dr. Bennett, and for being Alvord Teacher of the Year for 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Aguilar. And Dr. Bennett.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for just the opportunity to serve amazing groups of students. I'm honored to have been selected as a district teacher of the year, and I don't take it for granted whatsoever. And I just want to say that, you know, I love my McAuliffe family. They're supportive. They're great. When you're at McAuliffe, you can take risks, you can be fearless, you can ask questions, and you never want to quit because your job is to help others be great while you're striving to be great as well. So thank you so much for this moment and for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Bennett. And thank you for not only what you do for the students, but your efforts outside of the classroom in helping new teachers and teachers craft their skill. I mean, that's a very important need for all of us, especially coming from the human resources, is for our teachers to be trained and continue to train. So thank you for participating at that university level. And okay, moving on, our first Teacher of the Year for 2022 is Kelly Richmond, who is from Stoko, also in our virtual academy. And here for the third time this evening, Principal Francine Ramirez.
Hello again, everyone. It's a great night for Stoko. All kinds of great things that really is a testimony to all the amazing staff we have at Stoko. So it is with honor that I'm going to share a few words with you about Kelly Richmond, our amazing Teacher of the Year. So Kelly is a special education teacher on our campus, and every year the grade level span that she teaches fluctuates depending on the needs of our campus. So this year, like many people, her grade level assignment changed several times, and she was moved not only between grade levels, but between hybrid and virtual academy this year. but Kelly maintained a sense of composure and calm every time a change rolled her way. She adapted quickly to the amount of additional IEP meetings, parent communications, and paperwork that each change required for her. Kelly has a student-centered approach, and no matter what's going on around her, she puts the needs of her students first. She demonstrates a deep understanding of the social, emotional, academic, and developmental needs of some of our youngest learners and students with disabilities. Kelly seamlessly scaffolds and differentiates instruction that is tailored to the unique needs of every single one of her students. She has a natural ability to relate to students, and she's passionate about connecting with students on a personal level. Kelly's a champion and an advocate for students. Once she identifies the learning or behavioral need of a child, she goes above and beyond to find strategies that promote student success. This year provided a unique opportunity for the homeschool connection. So during classroom visits, it was common to see Kelly modeling strategies that supported at-home learning and parenting skills at the same time as she was delivering her lessons. One parent even commented how their own level of personal growth expanded because of the skills they learned just by watching Kelly teach and interact with kids. In addition to the powerful impact she has on kids, Kelly's a quiet leader and does many things behind the scenes that are influential in supporting her colleagues. She's been the special education team lead for years and effectively mentors, supports, and encourages her team. Her co-workers share that no matter what Kelly is going through, whether that's personally or professionally, she's always there to lend an ear or provide a helping hand. Kelly's creative and inspiring. Her commitment to students make her beyond worthy for this recognition, and we are thrilled for her selection of this very big honor. So congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you, Francine. And Kelly.
I couldn't be anywhere nearly as successful or honored without the team that I have behind me. My general education team that comes around and supports me, allows me to get my kiddos into mainstreaming. The special education team that I have is just an amazing group of people. They're professional, they're funny, they're wonderful people to work with. They inspire me every day. The administration that I have at Stoko is supportive, and I couldn't do anything without them. They come around and wrap around our team as a whole. My family is, they support me. They support me with allowing the hours that this job takes. They're all the way in Arkansas, Idaho. Shout out to John Heal for that. And my husband. So thank you very much, Alvord, for everything you've given me. It allows me to give back to the classroom.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you for working with our students with special needs. And as Francine said, I know that grade fluctuation doesn't always match the way we want it, and it can be very difficult and needing to be flexible. Thank you so much for providing that for our students. All right, our next Teacher of the Year for 2022 is Miguel Cappinpin, and he is from McAuliffe Elementary. So back for the second time, Principal Aguilar.
I'm just so proud of Miguel. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He's been at McAuliffe for 7 years, taught upper and lower grades, and currently he's a first grade teacher. He has those instructional strategies down, and especially the reading foundational skills where he gets our littles to read and to write and just to excel. He also pivoted too when we had to turn into and pivot because of the pandemic into using technology to reach all students. One thing that I'm really fond of, and I think I never really told him this, but the thing that touched my heart the most with him is that he started something called the Cultural Awareness Club, where all students were allowed to come and be part of and show their pride for their culture, awareness, and gave them an avenue to express themselves in a safe place, even before this became a national issue. Miguel had his pulse on it already and was addressing the issue at our school and I'm very proud of that. I took part of that as well, and it just touches your heart when you see the impact that brought to our school with the kids and expressing themselves and being proud of their culture and race. But also what Miguel did is that he shines, and he did a marvelous job with our revamping our SST and 504 program at McCullough Elementary. So prior to Miguel taking the reins of the SST team, we knew that it needs some fixing. So he created a system that laid out a process or a pathway that teachers needed to follow in order to streamline the whole process. For example, all SST forms were converted electronically and meetings pivoted to being online because of the pandemic. This helped to provide continuity to the program, especially during the time that we were off and not at school. He also, Mr. Presby, he also was part of and has been participating as a UCR in Cal State and the Cal State programs for student teachers throughout the years, and he's very proud of that and has done an excellent job there. So I'm proud to have Miguel at McCullough Elementary, and especially proud that he has been awarded the Alvord Unified School District Teacher of the Year for 2022.
Thank you, Principal Aguilar. And Miguel, if you'd like to share a few words with us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Aguilar. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for being a mentor to me. And I'm very honored to receive this recognition. It has been a tough year, but I'm just really lucky to have a strong support system. First of all, my wife, Georgina, and who we have our little daughter here. It's her first board meeting. But my family, my grade level team, my first grade team, and then the other McCullough teachers, you guys, including Dr. Bennett, you guys have been, inspiring me and helping me ever since I started out there. 7 years ago, it's, it really has been that long, but, I grew up at that school, and I'm so proud to be part of this community and the McCullough family. My current students, my former students, and their families, I'm grateful for all of you. And once again, thank you.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you for all you do for your students and everything else you do. Really looking at the cultural side of our careers and helping student teachers get it established. And then the systems, looking at SST and really helping students have a streamlined way to get support. Thank you so much for all you do for all of our students and the students at McCullough. And our final Teacher of the Year for 2022 from Arlanza Elementary School, Ariana Runquist. And here to say a few words about Ariana is the principal, Melvin Cortez.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I have the honor and privilege of presenting to you Ms. Ariana Runquist, Arlanza's Teacher of the Year. Well, on my first day on the job, I received an email from an Arlanza teacher regarding Kindness Week, containing the Kindness Challenge Toolkit. The teacher provided all the tools and activities to celebrate with students and staff. I thought to myself, wow, how lucky I am as an administrator to have landed in a place with such a gem of a teacher. Of course, this teacher was Mrs. Ariana Runquist. I knew immediately she was a teacher filled with passion toward education. Little did I know that Mrs. Runquist is an award-winning educator who is often asked to present at schools and district-wide professional developments due to her extensive knowledge. And now, I'm honored to introduce her as one of Alvord's Teacher of the Year. How exciting for her, her family at home, and our family at Arlanza. Mrs. Runquist's expertise ranges from implementing high-level daily classroom instruction to incorporating multiple daily doses of cheerfulness that engage students. One of the many aspects students enjoy about her classroom is that she is funny, engaging, and on school spirit days, she is amongst the most fantastically dressed. She is spirited and provides students with a very inspirational classroom environment filled with passion and love. She embraces diversity in her classroom and allows students to be as different as they want to be and encourages positivity throughout the day. Mrs. Runquist is very active when it comes to parent engagement, as she is our Arlanza Family Engagement Coordinator. Mrs. Runquist led the parent engagement meetings that were held twice a month to plan activities that directly involve students and parents. This year, she offered a technology workshop in Google Classroom, Class Dojo, the Aries portal, the Remind app, and the Translation app, which was much needed, as we all know, considering school was mostly taught in a virtual environment. And these resources were very helpful to our families. She has also offered informative workshops explaining the effects of chronic absenteeism and what they can have on our students and what resources we have available at our school to support the child and family. Oh, and by the way, she is bilingual and totally impresses parents when she presents and speaks to them in Spanish. Like I stated in the beginning, Mrs. Runquist is a leader, an expert. She's spirited and extremely knowledgeable in best instructional classroom practices. It is no wonder why she is this year's Teacher of the Year. We are all very proud of her many accomplishments at Arlanza and in our district. She's very much appreciated by our students, parents, and staff. Congratulations, Mrs. Ariana Runquist, 2022.
Thank you, Dr. Cortez. And Ms. Runquist, if you'd like to share a few words with us.
Well, I'm very blessed because I was able to do my student teaching in Alvord at Colette, and then we all know about the fun of all of the pink slips, where for a little bit you got to bounce around. So I was honored to hold the title of District Pinball. So I was able to bounce from school to school and really get to see all of the communities I could in Alvord and realize that this is not just a district, it is not a job, it is a home and it's a family. So that has really been a huge blessing. And then I've also been very blessed to be able to stay at Arlanza and not be a pinball, however fun that was to be that little perky pinball person, and be able to stay and really appreciate the community and the family that Arlanza has become for me. So I am not only honored that I got to have, Dr. Mussolino come in and we accidentally on purpose roped him into a lesson while he was in there because the kids were like, he's in there. Anyone who comes into this room has to do some learning and come in with us. But it's also great because I know that when I'm walking down the street, if I see a fellow Alvord teacher, staff, student, custodian, at this point, butterfly, any of them, we know and we represent each other and we always support each other. So thank you very much for this honor. And I hope to continue to represent you well in the future.
Thank you, Ariana. What beautiful words, and how nice. And also all the extra work you do. I know when we pivoted, it was very difficult for a lot of families, and you taking the time for the training on Aries, Portal, being bilingual, everything you've done to support everybody. And as you know, it is transfer season in Alvord, so I will use being blessed with a pinball isn't always a bad thing the next time I have to deliver that news. But thank you so much. And thank you to all of our employees. It was so amazing to hear all of your stories and everything you have done for our students, the way you support your staff, the words from your supervisors and how much you make their jobs easier. And again, from myself and the cabinet, I just want to say thank you for all that you do for all of us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Presby, for all of those presentations, and thank you for everyone who's here tonight to be recognized. And so that'll lead us to our board and superintendent comments, and I'm sure our trustees have a lot to say about tonight. So I will start off with Trustee Schwant.
Thank you, President Vega. Actually, I don't have a lot. Most of it's already been said for the recognition that's happening around Alvord. And so congratulations to all the winners. But there's somebody that I did want to mention that showed up more than once or twice or 3 times tonight on the screen. Francine Ramirez, are you still here? Yeah, her sign's still there. Great job.
I am here still.
Boy, if we had more awards to give out, I'm sure Stoko would be there as well. But you did a great job putting together the talk for each one of those. I truly appreciate listening to it. You did a great job, so thank you. And congratulations to Stoko. really, I'm going to limit it to one more thing, because I like sports. And within Alvord over the last week or so, we've done pretty well in our sports. And I'll go this way. Norte Vista High School, the soccer program is in the playoffs. And they're going into CIF. Did a great job. They won league. La Sierra High School baseball won the league. They're going into the CIF playoffs. Hillcrest basketball won league. They're going to be going into playoffs. So we have the academics that we talk about, the counseling and nurturing of emotional support for our students, but we also have the athletic side, and we're doing very well as a district, very well sought after when we start playing in the district and out of the district. Schools are starting to look at Alvord and say, wow, what's going on there? Anyway, thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to you, Lizette, and let the others capitalize it.
Thank you, Trustee Schwant. I love how you're always caught up on all the sports. Appreciate that. I will now pass it on to Trustee Wilson.
Let me unmute. Thank you very much, President Vega. I first just want to congratulate all the recipients of tonight's celebration. Our Alvord family, the best of 2020, 21, and 22, and on, and whoever tonight. But it's wonderful to see everybody here. It's been so long that we've all been together, and it's so nice to see your faces and to celebrate this tonight. It really is a special evening. We always say that these are our favorite evenings. This one was extra special. I haven't seen the principals. I haven't seen you guys. I want to hug you, and I want to jump on your couch and sit beside you and say, what's going on? And I just miss you. So tonight was super special, and I'm so glad that we were able to do this, and congratulations to everybody. I do want to say one more thing about Annabelle. Annabelle not only does everything for Dr. Muzzarino, but she has also taken on another little task, and she's my right hand to Alvord Cares now. So she is actually doing a lot of the correspondence with people. She's been doing amazing things. I keep her very busy as well. And so can you only imagine, my high energy, Alan's high, Dr. Muzzarino's high energy, what poor Annabelle lands in her lap every day. So I just want to say congratulations, Annabelle. We are so proud of you, and you always make us proud, but everybody does. Tonight was amazing. And then I would like to just thank everybody for one amazing year. We are a week away from summer vacation, summer breaks, and you have all demonstrated it's time. You need it, and you need it. But you guys all, I just really do want to thank you, because this year was a testament to the Alvord family way. You guys have been amazing. You have been dedicated. You have stepped up. You have everything that we've asked of you. You have entered the classrooms. You have entered the sites with smiles and dedications, and the students have no idea the pressures you guys are under, and the parents don't, because you know me, and you know my poor schools. My parents talk to me all the time, and they have no idea. They just say, they're doing great, they're wonderful. So this is a testament to our Alvord family and to our teachers, our staff, our administrators. You guys are phenomenal. You're wonderful. I appreciate you. I value you more than you ever know. Every single one of you. And please relax this summer. Go have a wonderful vacation with your family and friends, and forget about Alvord for just a little while and recoup and refill your soul. And we'll do this all again next year, and hopefully in much better circumstances. So I just can't tell you enough that I'm just thrilled. We did an amazing thing this year. We certainly did, and we all did it together, and we didn't skip a beat. And I believe our students are still going to be fabulous. And I'm not even going to say, I just think that they're going to be fabulous, and they're going to come back to school, and it's just our Alvord way. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And I just love seeing your faces. I have to tell you, you guys are smiling and laughing, and I just want to hug you guys. That's all there is to it. I just want to hug you. I miss you so much. Lastly, I said I would go fast. To all our seniors out in graduation almost land, I'm so excited. I'm going to piggyback on what Dr. Dorado said. I'm so excited for next week. It's graduation week, and we are ready to celebrate you. So we know that this has been a difficult year. It's been a trying year, but you've all risen to the occasion, and we're there for you next week. And I can't tell you how excited we truly are, and we are proud of you. And with that, I'm going to turn it over, but I'm so proud of to be a member of this family and to be one of the leaders of this school district, because you know what, guys? We did it. We did it. We showed the world, we showed other districts that Alvord did it this year, and I'm so proud of all of you. So with that, I'll be quiet, and I'm just so proud of you. Keep smiling, Jason, because you're just making me giggle. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Trustee Wilson. I'll now pass it to Trustee Moreno.
Okay, thank you, President Vega. I don't know what I can say to match that, right? I will just reiterate, as both of my colleagues have, congratulations to each and every one of you who were honored this evening. It has been a really, really difficult time in the world. And through all of it, each and every one of you have continued to excel and put students first. And when we talk about the Alvord family and the Alvord way, students first is the Alvord way. And you have shown that in spades this year. So thank you so much for continuing to show your dedication, your passion, and share your talents with our students. You all are amazing. And to that, our principals this evening, the words that each one of you have written in response to the honorees this evening were so heartwarming. You know, we have public comments and we have our board comments that we get to say at every board meeting, and you all spoke with such heart. It really, you can feel the love that you all as leaders of each one of your campuses have for your staff. And it's just absolutely amazing, the team spirit that comes through in your words this evening. So thank you for sharing a little piece of yourselves in your words about your staff this evening. I really did take that to heart and appreciate that. As far as the recognitions and our students that we heard from and about today, I have to tell you again, hats off to each and every one of you. You will go so far in life, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I've had the opportunity the last few nights to celebrate some of our students in person and be part of some awards. And, you know, things might be tough, but one thing that we have proven throughout all of this year and a half, almost two, that we are Alvord strong. And that happens because we all came together. So I appreciate each and every one of you for proving that we will continue to do what's best for children, put them first, and continue to succeed and set, you know, limits that everyone is going to try to catch to us. And I'm excited for that. To the class of 2021, next week's the big week. It's happening. And, you know, praise the Lord that it's able to happen in person. And we're going to be able to give you a traditional graduation ceremony. Thank you to Kevin and your whole entire team for being able to make this evening possible, these evenings for them possible. I know it was a long mathematical equation to get the number of students, the number of families into the stadium, and it was not overlooked. So thank you so very much. Class of 2021, go out there, reach for the stars. The sky's the limit, not even the limit. You can go far greater than that. Congratulations to all of you. I look forward to next week.
Thank you, Trustee Moreno. Beautifully said. Now to Dr. Dorado.
Hello, everyone. I think tonight feels like that red carpet event. I don't know. That's how it feels to me. Like, it's so exciting being just hearing all the wonderful words that your principals have said, just watching everybody speak so beautifully, and just getting an insight of why we had such a successful year, right? So it's been a tough year, but hearing all the awards and all the beautiful accomplishments makes me understand, like, this is a red carpet event. We're celebrating you tonight. Something that stood out tonight, it's words that Dr. Musarino mentioned. He said, everybody here has a contribution that counts. And that really stood out to me this evening, because whether we're recognizing classified, clerical, support staff, administrate, everybody here had, you know, a hand in contributing to our community, to our students this year. And really, they start off with elementary with all of you. I know Stoko had a really nice recognition of a lot of their staff and their teachers, but they start off in elementaries and they become class of 2021. And really, our kids last year did not get a graduation. So when we keep talking about class of 2021, like we're ready to be live in person. And really, it's that culminating of that year that we haven't really had an interaction with anybody in person, that we're just gonna just blow it out of the water, right, in celebrations. And I just want you to know that whether you're an elementary support staff teacher, you had a hand in that class of 2021. That's why they're gonna be going to do wonderful things. That's why they're getting Dell Scholarship. That's why they're gonna be future leaders that are gonna come back to our community. So you had really your piece of that journey, that story. So, and then with that, I just want to say, yeah, we thank you, Annabelle. She's great. I love the way Dr. Muserino described her personality, the energy, how she's trusted, and beautifully said, Alan, beautifully said words to Annabelle. So congratulations to her and everybody this evening. And like my trustees have mentioned, we are here to get some celebration starting next week. So if I have any senior teachers out there watching, or I know how tough this last couple of weeks have been. You're working hard. You're getting those finals graded. You're making sure our kids get cleared and checked out for next week's celebration. So we'll see you there.
Thank you, Trustee Dorado. And I'm going to say more of what everyone else has said because I want to say it too. So I think that the heart and soul of Alvord has shined bright tonight, and especially during this last year. And I'm so proud to be a product of Alvord and be part of this community and family. And so thank you to everyone. Just thank you, everyone who was here tonight, who was recognized. I appreciate everything that you do, everything that you do for our students and for each other, for the staff. And for our graduating class of 2021, I cannot wait next week to see their beautiful faces and just be out on stage again and be able to congratulate them in person. And lastly, and hopefully I don't get too emotional, but I want to say thank you to Annabelle. When I first started, I was really scared to be on the board. But Annabelle was one of the first people that I met, and she was just so supportive and loving and caring. So I knew then that I was going to be okay. She's also, she's so easy to talk to, and I love her so much. I consider her my second mom. So thank you, Annabelle. And that's it for me. Now, Dr. Muserino.
Well, thank you, Trustee Vega, and to my fellow governance team members. So touching, because I know you all well enough to know that it's all coming from the heart, every single one of you, and we certainly tonight get to all be together and end our school year, because this is our last board meeting of this school year, on such an incredibly positive note. Great job, Dr. Presby, with that presentation. Congratulations again to all of our recognized staff members. And finally, our seniors. This was not the year that you thought it would be, certainly not the last year and a half. And our hearts have been broken for you. As a high school principal I was a principal for 17 years. That's where I spent my career for the most part. It was all about the seniors, and to think seniors did not get to have this experience that we all had, it just breaks our heart. So as my fellow governance board members said, we're so excited about next week. We have been, we were going to do it if we had to put a bubble over that stadium. So we're so excited. Of course, last year we couldn't, and we're happy that we're able to this year. So to our seniors, I know that it wasn't the experience you were looking for, But when I think of the strength, the resiliency, the fact that you have survived this pandemic, you've learned other things that I'm sure are going to serve you extremely well. Certainly not a substitute for your senior experience and even the half of your junior experience, but nonetheless, you will be well served and you will have something very, very special to share with everyone over the course of the rest of your life, being the class of 2021. And then finally, to all the people that have contributed since 2007, which is about when most of you started school somewhere, and many and most here in Alvord, because it took all of those helping hands. It took all of those caring people at every single school site, at the bus stops, everywhere around town, because Alvord is a community. The city, the county, so many people contribute to supporting children. It's amazing. It's just an absolutely amazing place to be. Ariana, touching what you said about just this community and how when you get to be go around like she talked about being, and I get to do that all the time. Get to see everyone in our community and our kids and staff, and it's just absolutely incredible. So to be part of this organization is just absolutely wonderful. And again, seniors, God bless you. We're looking forward to seeing you next week and sending you off with in the dignified way that you deserve to be sent off. So with that, Madam President, I will hand it back over to you, and thank you. Thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Masserino. So thank you everyone for their comments. We will now be moving to our consent agenda. So your superintendent recommends approval of consent agenda items 10A1 through 10E1. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered by the board to be routine and be enacted upon by the board in one motion. There will be no discussion of these items prior to the time the board votes on the motion unless members of the board request specific items to be discussed and or removed from the consent agenda. At this time, do we have any items to be discussed or removed?
Yes, Madam President. I would just like to discuss 10E1 on the consent.
Okay, it's the only one. All right, so I'll have a motion. Can I have a motion for the consent? Okay. Second.
I'll second.
Okay, so first Trustee Schwant, second Trustee Moreno, and then we will have 10E1. You have questions?
Yes, I do. I just would like to ask Mr. Presby or Dr. Presby a quick question on this because that's his item. It's regarding the teacher's intern agreement. And I just have 2 or 3 questions real briefly. One, these students that we're talking about, the intern, they will be at all of our schools, not just at one. Is that correct?
Correct. The agreement is for all of our schools for them to complete their field work. So it would be run through our office. They would sign up through our Google Sheet form, their supervisor would, and then we would find a school to place them. If they're just doing field work, often that's just an observation, a requirement for one of their pre-education courses. It could be 10 to 20 hours of just observing a classroom. They are cleared, and that would run through their principal.
Perfect. So it's throughout all of our schools. It's not just one. This is not going to be for one particular school.
Right. Correct. It's for all of our schools.
Okay. And then also we've had this, we've had the contract before. I see that Dr. Salazar signed one on June 23rd, 2016. And then also that Susan Boyd also signed I don't think she actually signed it, but she was in agreement with one. So it's gone back almost back to 2016. So this is just a standard agreement that we have that we will provide this for these intern students, correct?
Correct. It goes back to 2013, and I believe it's always a 3-year agreement that we renew, as we do with all of our universities for student teacher placement, internships, or fieldwork experience.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was the only questions I had. Thank you, Madam President, and I'm ready to vote.
Okay. Thank you. So if there's no further discussion, then we'll move to vote. Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
And myself is an aye. Consent passes. We move on to our action items. Trustee Moreno, do we have any actions to report out?
Yes, we do. Thank you, President Vega. This evening, the Board of Education took action in closed session to accept liability claim 20-21-300. The vote was ayes, Schwant, Wilson, Moreno, Vega, and Dorado. Motion by Trustee Wilson, seconded by President Vega. Next, the Board of Education in closed session took a vote of 5-0 with Trustees Schwant, Wilson, Vega, Dorado, and Moreno in favor and 0 opposed. The board voted to terminate employee number 164620. Motion was by President Vega, seconded by Trustee Schwant. That is all we had in closed session.
Thank you, Trustee Moreno. We'll move on to our next agenda item, business services, 11B1, adopt resolution number 53, 2020-21, year-end budget adjustments. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
First by Trustee Wilson, second by Trustee Schwant. Any discussion? No discussion? Okay, then we'll go to vote. Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
And myself is an aye. Moving on to educational services, 11C1, adopt resolution number 54, LGBTQ plus Pride Month. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Wilson.
Second.
Second by Trustee Moreno. Is there any discussion? No. I just want to say that I'm really excited about this. It's our first one, and that's it. Okay, we'll move to a vote. Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
And President Vega is a big fat aye. Next, we'll go on to, so motion passes. 11C2, adopt expanded learning opportunities grant plan 2021-2022. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Trustee Moreno, second Trustee Schwant. Is there any discussion?
No, exciting.
No, okay. So we'll go to a vote. Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
And myself is an aye. Motion passes. Moving on to human resources, 11D1, approve a personnel order number 16-2020-2021. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Moreno.
I'll second.
Second, Trustee Wilson. Do we have discussion? No, no discussion. Okay, we'll go to vote. Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
And myself is an aye. Motion passes. Moving on to 11D2, adopt resolution number 55, declaration of need for fully qualified educators. May I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Moreno, second Trustee Wilson. Is there any discussion? No? Okay, so we'll go to a vote. Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
And myself is an aye. Moving on to 11D3, conduct public hearing, public disclosure of the amendment to Memorandum of Understanding, return to work MOU between Alvord Unified School District and California School Employees Association and its Chapter 339. May I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Moreno.
I'll second.
Second, Trustee Wilson. Any discussion? No? We'll go to a vote. Trustee Dorado?
Aye.
Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
And myself is an aye. That opens up the public hearing. Dr. Musarina, do we have anything?
We do not, Madam President.
Okay, in that case, I will ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Schwant.
Second.
Second, Trustee Moreno. Any discussion? No? Okay, so then we'll go to a vote. Trustee Schwant.
Aye.
Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Trustee Moreno.
Aye.
Trustee Dorado.
Aye.
And myself is an aye. Motion passes. Moving on to 11D4, approve amendment to memorandum of understanding MOU between Alvord Unified School District and California School Employees Association and its chapter 339, return to work MOU. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
First, Trustee Moreno, second, Trustee Wilson. Any discussion? No? Okay. In that case, we'll go to a vote. Trustee Dorado? Did everyone hear that?
Aye.
No. Okay. Trustee Moreno?
Aye.
Trustee Wilson?
Aye.
Trustee Schwant?
Aye.
And myself is an aye, so motion passes. And that takes us to our discussion and information items, and then we'll go to educational services, and presenting the local control accountability plan is our very own Dr. Devore.
Hi there, good evening.
Hello.
I'll clean up my screen here real quick. Thank you for allowing this presentation at the end of a really great evening. I'm really excited that we were able to celebrate everybody tonight. All right. Okay, so thank you again, Board, Superintendent Mussolino, Cabinet, and members of the audience. I'm going to share with you tonight just an update on the final touches that we are making to our local control and accountability plan. Tonight's going to include a brief presentation on the overview of the Lcap. We're going to talk about the timeline of where we are in that timeline, and then also the Riverside County Office of Education review process. Now, in summary, for those that need a review, the Lcap, or the Local Control Accountability Plan, is a 3-year plan. It includes goals and actions to support all students and specific student groups. While the Lcap does support all students, there is extra attention that is principally directed to our most vulnerable students, specifically our foster youth, our homeless, our low income, and our English learners. There are 3 goals in the Lcap. Goal number 1 is conditions of learning, where students are enrolled in a comprehensive course of study taught by highly qualified staff in schools that are in clean and good repair. Goal 2, students will be prepared, college and career ready when they graduate from high school. And goal 3 is students will be educated in an environment which fosters school connectedness and is inclusive of students, parents, and staff. So here is our timeline. We are starting to wrap up our final work of this Lcap. This past year, we've met with multiple stakeholders in various formats to gather input on this plan. Tonight will be our final board update prior to public hearing and board approval, which will both occur in June. The Riverside County Office of Education has supported us throughout this entire process to ensure that we have all of the compliance review components complete. This month, we have been provided by Riverside County Office our draft, and they provided us feedback in the areas of the Lcap and annual update requirements. After we have board approval in June, Riverside County Office of Education will also conduct a compliance review to ensure that all state requirements are addressed within the plan. This plan will then be followed up with, or this item will then also be followed up with an additional review in the educational services components, and then also in the fiscal requirements to ensure that we have properly addressed all the needs of our unduplicated students and met all the requirements of the state statute. So on June 3rd, I'm going to be bringing to you a public hearing for the 21-24 Lcap, along with the proposed adopted budget. The public notice for this hearing was posted today, and the documents will be made available to the public for review on May 28th, which is 72 hours prior to the public hearing on June 3rd. The documents that will be included are the Local Control Accountability Plan 21-24, the Local Control Accountability Plan Annual Update 1920, the Learning Continuity and Attendance Plan of 2021, the Federal Addendum, which addresses all of our federal funds, such as our title funds, our budget overview for parents, and our budget. That's a lot. There's a lot of documents to review. And then on June 17th, we will move forward with board approval of our Local Control Accountability Plan.
So I just wanted to provide a quick update on where we were with the Lcap, and I'll be back in June with these items. So thank you so much. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Devore, for that. And so that will end, I think, and that ends the meeting. Next agenda item, are there any future agenda items that anyone?
President Vega, it's not necessarily a future.
Sorry, I forgot about discussion. If anyone had questions, I'm sorry.
No. Actually, it's not about the Lcap. I appreciate the overview and the dates and timelines. I know that as a board, we are very interested in the Lcap and the process, and look forward to having more conversations in regard to it. So thank you so much in regards to the presentation. I was actually just wanting President Vega, not about future meeting, but just it has been weighing on my heart tremendously. And as most of you know, I'm probably the most long-winded on the board. I love to just share my comments and my heart and my thoughts. And this evening I said that I would try to keep it so short. So I'm so sorry to my board. However, in my trying to keep it short, I completely skipped over my notes, and it is weighing on my heart. Annabelle, you are absolutely amazing, and we could not do what we do without you. You are the anchor to our team, and I would be remiss to not take this opportunity. And again, board, I apologize because I know you guys are thinking she said she wasn't going to speak long this time, but I just cannot go and let the evening go without saying, Annabelle, there aren't enough words to say how much we appreciate all that you do. And we will continue looking forward to strengthening our bond and our relationship. You are the most professional, loyal, talented, and kind-hearted soul. There are so many things that you do behind the scenes that our students and staff, they don't even know the beginnings of what you do outside of your call of duty. I have been blessed to witness it firsthand. You are absolutely the most giving spirit. So thank you so much for all that you do and how you are so professional, talented, and gifted. And again, board, thank you for this opportunity to fix my great mistake. Thank you.
No worries, Trustee Moreno. Thank you for those comments. So, but now if there's any discussion on the presentation.
Emily, when you come back and share the information with us as a board, will we have time at that point to answer questions once we see it? Or do you feel like this is the time we should be asking questions?
Yeah, yes, there should be time. However, if there are questions, then you are welcome to that as well. And members of the cabinet and Dr. Musarino and myself are all here to answer those.
Well, I'll ask three of my general ones, and I'll get specific ones later. On the goals that are in the Lcap, the three of them, where did they originate from? Are they our goals or those ones from the state?
No, those are our Alvord goals that we are continuing to keep in our Lcap. From the 17-20 plan, we're continuing to move forward with those three goals.
We kept the same ones, okay. RCOE and their review, has that been going on for a while, or is this something new?
You mean for this plan cycle or just in general?
Previous years, I don't remember RCOE getting involved. I remember their name, I remember them being there, but not doing reviews. So I might be off on that.
I cannot speak personally about the process of the county in the past. My understanding is they have been involved in the past, but I cannot speak about the specifics of that. But they've been a really integral part and really have been very supportive of the work that we've done. And really, and it's not just so much about making sure that we are compliant, but they're really making sure and supporting us that we have a plan that is transparent to the public and make sure that we have stakeholder input in those items, and that is a plan that is something really for our community.
And Trustee Swan, I will add that you're right. The role wasn't the same. The county has been given more responsibility over the course of the last few years. Originally, it was just kind of consultation, and now they are part of the approval process. So it has gotten to be more. They've gotten more involved at the county level through the California Department of Education.
And they're doing that with all districts then?
Yes.
Correct. That is a
Okay.
standard operating procedure.
And then the last slide, we talked about budgets. When we see that, are we going to see the amount of money that's going to be allocated to certain programs? What was there? What's increased? What's there now? Or how will that be laid out?
I will refer to Justine Nivette in regards to the fiscal components.
Right. So when we bring the public hearing for the adopted budget on June 3rd, the documents will all be ready. The Lcap is certainly a portion of that. The annual update and all of that will go through all of the goals and activities as well. I can highlight in my budget presentation specifically those Lcap activities if you would like.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry, Robert, I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I guess for me, I thought that there was going to be a workshop, and I thought that we were going to be able to see, and that you guys were going to go kind of maybe not item by item, but you were going to break it down for us, and not just come to us and ask us to just approve this LCAP, that we would be a part of at least having some sort of dialogue with you in a workshop form or something like that. I know that the board requested that, but I don't see it on your timeline. And maybe it's going to be done with Dusty, and maybe it's going to be with you, Dr. Devore. I don't know. So that's, I think, Robert, is that kind of where you're going with that?
Well, that's where I went earlier when I say, are we going to have time for questions down the road?
Yeah.
Or is this our only time?
Because, I mean,
It
we don't
sounds
even
like we're
have,
going to have more time.
yeah, how could we ask questions now? We don't even have any, we don't have the document in front of us. So how could we ask any questions at this point? So that's just and I know that I've talked to Dr. Kemp about this. So, and she's offered for me to come and go to her office and do it one-on-one, and that was very kind of her. Thank you. I would just drive her crazy, though. That would not be a good thing. But I think also I did tell her, though, I think it needs to be with the board. I think the entire board needs to be, to see this document, before we vote for it, before we vote on it. So that's just how I felt about it. So thank you. But thank you, Dr. DeBoer.
Yeah, let me thank you for that, Trustee Wilson and Trustee Swan. The process, of course, for the LCAP is one in which our stakeholders are engaged to the level where we are trying to identify exactly what it is that our children need. So remember, the LCAP is supplemental and concentration grant funds that are above and beyond. So they are specific to the needs of our unduplicated children. So I do believe that the process, as we go through and have those meetings that Dr. Devore discussed that we have had, and I know the board's been at most of those, but I do believe that it would be worthwhile for us to sit down as we move forward and look at scheduling workshops and other ways to really engage at an even deeper level. So I hear you and I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, board, if there's no more questions or discussions, now we can go on to our agenda items for future board meetings. No items. Okay, in that case, we are done for tonight. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be adjourning now at 8:14 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. President.